Hello, snakes. My name is Dante, and today it's Podcast Tuesday. Once again, I'm not quite sure why. Okay, now we do this. Yeah, Podcast Tuesday once again, and it's time to review another Planeswalker. First, review the Wanderer. Now let's review Tamiyo, another Planeswalker featured in Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. So this podcast will be about who she is and what she did in the role in the lore. What she exactly did and and yeah, and also what does she just enjoy doing basically? Yeah, like yeah, because she was also another interesting character similar to the Wanderer. And yeah, before we go into the story, we got a combo and a non-bow. So yeah, let's go in to the combo, and it is this combo only works if you have no basic lands in your deck. Well, basically, you can only have like two of each basic land in your deck. Like uh, two basic lands of each color in your deck, because you can only have one regular and one snow version of it. And also this combo is for commander. So basically, if you try and do this in any other format, you have to do a singleton, and the only practical format to do this combo is commander. The only restriction you have to do is just play uh up to two basic lands for each color, basically. So like, you have to have at least these two colors. So basically, like four basic lands, basically, like or like no basic lands, um, because then you use Tainted Pact, exile your library, cast Fastest Oracle, and you win. So let's go into the non-bow of the week, and it is I clicked the wrong non-bow, but the non-bow of the week, we got Platinum Angel and Abyssal Persecutor. No one wins and no one loses. Yes. And also, so basically, if those two are in the game just becomes boring. Like, unless if someone can kill one of the two, like, who's gonna win? And also, who's gonna lose? Like, it's not gonna happen. Like, also, can't even concede. Like, because you can't lose. Or you can say you concede, you can leave, but you don't lose. Just simply by conceding doesn't mean you lose. So, with Abyssal Persecutor in the battlefield, your opponents can't concede, but they can't win either because you have Platinum Angel on the battlefield. And same goes for you. You have both out. You can't win and you can't lose. So yeah, the game just becomes boring. So yeah, with those two out. So let's first go in to Tamiyo and her cards. The cards that represent her. Yeah. So yeah. So this is Tamiyo before she got completed. There's three cards that represent her. So that's Tamiyo the Moon Sage. For her first appearance. 5 mana, 4 loyalty, legendary planeswalker Tamiyo, and +1 to tap a permanent and freeze it. -2, draw a card for each tap creature type player controls. And -8, you get the most broken emblem ever. Because, well, yeah, you have no maximum hand size, and every time something would hit your graveyard, you can put in your hand. Yes! It's that powerful. Next, we got another another one, Tamiyo, uh, field researcher is her second one, and basically, +1, choose up to 2 target creatures until your next turn. Whenever either of those creatures deal combat damage, you draw a card. And -2, tap up to 2 non-land permanents and freeze them. Target, yeah. -7, draw 3 cards and you get Omniscience Emblem. And we got Tamiyo, Collector of Tales. 4 mana, 5 loyalty, legendary planeswalker Tamiyo. And your opponent's spells and abilities cannot cause you to sacrifice uh, permanents or discard cards. So that actually protects you from like all the flashback marauders or other stuff that your opponents are gonna pull off. But yeah, +1. You choose a non-land card name and then reveal top 4 cards of your library. Put all cards with chosen name from among them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. And then -3, return target card from your graveyard to hand. So basically, you get to fetch out all of those. So this Tamiyo's good with cards like um, the Persistent Petitioners and similar stuff. Not with Dragon's Approach, because Dragon's Approach actually you need to have them in the graveyard for them to for you to basically use them. But also it allows you to mill cards, mill yourself before by doing the +1, and then -3 you bring back something to your hand. Pretty good. And then we got, and then that is and then her completion. That is the complete version. Phyrexian Planeswalker, Tamiyo completed stage. 2 green, blue, and fire and completed uh, uh green, blue, or 2 life. So basically, it's a Phyrexian hybrid green, blue, which basically is completed. And basically, Phyrexian Planeswalker Tamiyo, and if the life was paid, she enters with 3 loyalty instead of 5. For +1, you get to tap up to 1 artifact, target artifact or creature, and freeze it. -X, exile target non-land permanent card of with MV X from your graveyard and copy it basically. -7, create Tamiyo's notebook, a legendary colors artifact with spells you cast cost 2 less to cast and tap to draw cards. So this is basically Tamiyo and her cards basically. So yeah, the last Tamiyo is actually the first one to have been printed in her home plane in Kamigawa, the latest one, which is weird. So let's start off with who she was. So, Tamiyo is a Moonfolk Planeswalker. Now Phyrexian, but she is a Moonfolk Planeswalker from Kamigawa. That's how she started. And then she had her own family and other stuff. She also adopted a Nezumi rat called Nashi. So yeah, he is her adopted son. Yeah, that but she had other children as well, and family. She also had a story circle with some other planeswalkers, uh, which basically are Narset, Elspeth, Ajani, and potentially Dovin. So they just meet up and they just tell stories, and yeah, it was like a casual friends meeting. They were basically like friends, but they told stories, and yeah. So story circle is basically her friend group, basically. Uh, but yeah, that's basically uh. So that's how she started. Now let's start off with her first appearance in Innistrad. So her first appearance was in Innistrad. She just wanted to just explore around Innistrad, just casually going around and just investigate and and see what's going on with the moon, what's going on with the Wolfear and return of the Griffs and stuff, and also observe the Hell Vault and how the Hell Vault was opened, freeing Avacyn and the other angels and other stuff, and Grizzlebrand as well, which also brought back the Griffs, which were supposed to be extinct, but they're back. So, so that's that was like, and also the hippogriffs basically. Yeah, they're just known as griffs. Yeah, but then like uh, Tamiyo was just so that's like she's just going around and she was not getting involved in anything. She was just watching basically, like, and then and then and yeah, and then there's this moment uh that and yeah, to think that she actually stayed in Innistrad since Innistrad until Shadows over Innistrad, that's actually not correct. She did actually leave in a moment, only to then come back later. So yeah, this is what happened. So Elspeth died, and Johnny watched her die. So uh, Tamiyo let him in into her house in Kamigawa, and yeah, they're just they just were just talking, and yeah, it was just try and distract Johnny from what happened, like uh try and not feel so bad or something. But yeah, like there was like one member of the story circle that was dead basically. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if she even noticed that Elspeth came back, but yeah, it doesn't say if she noticed that Elspeth came back, but yeah, but the thing is that Elspeth's just Shadow Elspeth, so I don't know if she remembers about Tamio. But yeah, Dovin's a potential story circle member. It's not entirely confirmed if he is also uh in the story circle, but it's possible. And then yeah, that's like uh yeah, basically that's what happened. Then she does return to Innistrad, so and actually does do something there. Like she's not just watching. She was, but then she just decided to intervene. All right, return to Innistrad. In Shadows over Innistrad, uh, we got so Tamio returns to Innistrad, and she has a journal, which then she lends it to Jace, and but then the thing is that uh, some things were happening. Avacyn was going mad, and stuff, and they try to kill Avacyn basically, but then they realize that she was just created by Soren. So Jace tried to go after Soren with the help of Tamiyo and or stuff. Well, and Soren just literally just dismantled Avacyn, literally just right off the bat. So, so yeah, and then there's this moment that Emrakul arrives uh, onto Innistrad because Nahiri just brought him to Innistrad just to kill Soren basically. So Tamio and Jace just brings the rest of the Gatewatch to Innistrad. So the Gatewatch was only there because because Jace just brought them there, and then like uh, Tamio gives Jace her journal, and then basically she just also was collecting scrolls as well, not just from like she had uh, apart from like taking notes on her journal when she was in Innistrad, she was also uh, writing scrolls, which had some spells that she could use. But then, so she used one of those spells and like to trap Emrakul in the moon. Because first they initially tried at the start, did not work. They did it again, and she did it by using the spell, and then it worked. So they had to trap him there just because they couldn't kill Emrakul of in normal form. So then Tamio just meets up with Jason and isolated chapel or something. I don't know, like it was like and discuss their next move. So yeah, she was actually offered a place in the Gatewatch, but Tamio refused. So yeah, but she was a good friend of the Gatewatch. After that, so yeah, let's go in to War of the Spark. She went to Ravnica during the War of the Spark just because the planar beacon that lured her there, and she just wanted to watch the war, but she was not able to just be neutral and stuff. So because especially since Kefnet just tried to attack her, so she just had to fight Kefnet, and yeah, and then after Chandra just shuts down the Immortal Sun, she was actually one of the few planeswalkers who stayed uh, in Ravnica. So and she was helping the Gatewatch try and get to defeat Nicol Bolas. So yeah, she was uh, so yeah, but she was not able to watch. So, like she wanted to go there just literally just to observe what's going on, what's happening and stuff. But then she was like, but then she realized that she couldn't just be watching this. So like, so she just tries to help the Gatewatch stop the Dread Horde. And yeah, now after the War of Spark, here's what happened.
renderforce.com.
She goes to Pharos to uh attend Gideon's funeral because well uh Gideon died in the War of the Spark. So she just went there just to attend the funeral, and yeah, that was basically what she did after the war. Before going into Kamigawa, that is, which is her most like probably her most significant uh thing in her storyline, probably like which is the recent part. So she goes home Yeah, remember to that inventory. So this is in Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. So she came back to Kamigawa and basically Tezzeret was there and like well she decided to like uh, team up with Kaito Shizuki and and the Wandering Emperor to try and stop Tezzeret and Jin-Gitaxias because Tezzeret and Jin-Gitaxias were teaming up and the thing is that like uh, Tamiyo removes the reality chip from Kyodai and places it in the Wanderer's hand. So she was able to stabilize her spark with the reality chip in her hand, and but it didn't last long. So, but like she decides to team up with them because the thing is that uh, uh, she needed someone to protect her adoptive son, and basically Kaito was uh, supposed to protect him, but he rushed out. Rushed out straight after Tezzeret, and basically they're just she was just helping the Wanderer just achieve her goal of trying to like, stop Tezzeret and Jingitatis once for all. But well, Tezzeret he just then teamed up with Jingitatis to get extra help and stuff. Also with a reality chip, things don't turn out well. Like so basically these were the enemies. So yeah. It appears that the planar bridge was actually reactivated in Kamigawa by Tezzeret, and that's how Jingitatis actually went through. So yeah, like he made a pact in like in New Firetsi or something, like or get help and stuff, and yeah, he brings him to Kamigawa and just to try and stop the Wanderer once and for all. And also, it does actually take place in Tamiyo's completion when the planar bridge after like they just fight. There's this one moment just right at the end, uh, like the final one, the final part. Tamiyo undergoes her completion. So Tamiyo um was warped by the uh, by by the planar bridge uh, under Jingitatsi's control. So basically, uh, she also uh, Tezzeret places decides to do a combo move. Tezzeret places the reality chip into Tamiyo back again, and Jingitatsius decides to use the or well Jingitatsius uses the reality chip, places it on Tamiyo. Tezzeret sends Tamiyo through the planar bridge, shuts it down, and then she undergoes her completion. And then she becomes the first ever Phyrexian planeswalker. And then she just started taking notes in Tamiyo's notebook, which is used by her Phyrexian form. Uh, which is different to her journal, which she had before, but then gave one to Jace, and now she's using a digital notebook from Kamigawa, which possibly made by Tezzeret himself. Uh, and yeah, and then she just goes under the alliance of Jin Gitatsias and Tezzeret, basic, basically betraying uh Kaito and the Wanderer, but she was forced to. She was transformed into a Phyrexian, so Yeah, we can't just blame her for that. So yeah, I mean, so yeah, that's basically what Tamiyo did. Congratulations, you've reached the end of the podcast. So why you like and subscribe and follow if you enjoy, share friends, stay tuned to our video streams and podcasts and posts as well on the channel. Podcasts will be live every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. CET, so stay tuned to them. Watch my other videos too. And also comment down which Planeswalker would you like to see next. And also, if you want a free Steam code or Kamigawa Neon Dynasty release code for 6 booster packs, remember to do remember to just like and subscribe and follow, then whisper me there, and I will give you the code immediately. So remember, so yeah, just please do so. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and bye.